totally silly. My bad. Anyway, game number 2 is now started up. It is on Belshir Vestige. We're going to jump over to the lush beach of Belshir Vestige. Maybe there's some crazy gas around from the Tal'Darim guys. And up at the top left-hand side as our blue Zerg player, of course playing for Team Liquid. He's been around for a very long time. I'm sure everyone remembers from early beta. It is TLO. And down at the bottom right-hand side, as our red Zerg player, playing for Aposis, it is IchoBicho. As I was saying, like, it's really funny actually hearing birds chirping outside because it's now just going on 7:21 a.m. in the morning here in Australia. But I've switched to Sweden time because it's all about Dreamhack this weekend for me. So it's really weird casting at this kind of hour. Someone was asking, do I cast regularly? Yes, I do. Mostly on just YouTube stuff, over on youtube.com/duckvillelol. But you can also find me from time to time also doing some live stuff, mainly from the sea region. Of course, you know, being down here in Australia. And that's really funny. Oh, so you're from Australia. Is the accent not a giveaway? Anyway, so it looks like we do have a pull first coming out of IchoBicho. TLO going for a hatch first, so a slight difference in the builds here from these two players. So the current score, of course, is sitting at 1-0 with TLO in the lead. Who thinks TLO is going to win it in this second game, and who thinks that IchoBicho is going to take this game? Post in the chat what you think. You can only recognize British accent. Thank you. I don't know. We'll see what happens, because IchoBicho was very impressive in that last game. Like, I was pleasantly surprised at how well he did in that. It's just unfortunate. I think a couple of battles there were not the best sort of execution of the battles. So we'll see. TLO is going to have his Zergling speed up a little bit quicker than IchoBicho. No, we can't ban the people who say TLO, I'm sorry. Double Queen's on the way from TLO, so he's going to have that extra little bit of defense and also the production power that comes from having some Queens. IchoBicho now just finally starting up his gas, so he's going to have, as we said, the metabolic boost will be a little bit later for IchoBicho, but as we can see, he is going to be a little bit safer, and he's also going to be able to scout out what TLO is up to. The Lings now making their way inside. IchoBicho is just going to poke around and see, is there anything crazy going on? Is my opponent still mining gas? What's going on down here at the natural? And as we can see, TLO has actually gone down to just the one drone inside his extractor in the main. So he's looking to get a little bit more minerals coming in, and then he'll be able to pump out a few more drones. Looks like he's going to, I would assume he's going to get some Lings out soon as well. Just maybe a couple more Lings so that he has some more units out on the field. But no, he's going to continue droning. And the players have a little bit of a fight. Nice micro from TLO. Pulls back one of the hurt Lings and is going to let that regen for a moment. Worker count's currently sitting 25 to 26. Pretty much even. There you go. You can follow Aposis Eco on Twitter. And follow Liquid Ret. And hashtag GSL. No, don't hashtag GSL. Hashtag DHOpen if you're going to hashtag anything. And then also hashtag who's been in here, who's been watching the stream since earlier today. Yeah, I was going to say TLO is going for the Jerry build. I don't know what you guys call this overseas, but this is called the Jerry build down here in C, where you build up just a huge amount of Lings. You have that Zergling speed coming out. TLO is going for the attack. IchoBicho does have a Bailey nest back at home, and it looks like it is on the way, but he's invested in some really interesting buildings here. A Roach Warren coming along, and Evo Chamber is also at the front. He is going to get out a couple of Bailings, but TLO might get inside before this finishes up, but the drone's coming out from IchoBicho. Very nicely done. 3 queens on the ramp, actually cleverly blocking off that ramp, and TLO's Jerry build will be forced back for the moment. And behind all of this, he is taking a 3rd base. So, wow, IchoBicho, unfortunately, a couple of his Banes not actually doing that much, but it looks like the Spine Crawler and the few Banes that are here will be enough to force back TLO for the time being. Did I get the colors wrong? Oh, I'll fix that in a sec, hang on. That's not the wrong colors, you clown. So, TLO moves forward and tries to get some damage done. We are going to have a couple of Banes morphing in here. I think that's just a little bit of a an annoyance kind of tactic from TLO to try and just sort of make his opponent go a little bit crazy. But speaking of going crazy, what are you doing, sir? A drone makes its way across the map. I'm not sure what was going on with that. Probably just a misrally from TLO. He's got some more lings out on the map. Back at home for TLO, he's got a Roach Warren, a Bailey Nest, and an Evo Chamber. So quite a lot of options available here for TLO. Looks like the unit's still just continuing to be very annoying here. TLO just trying to push into his opponent, but he has taken a 3rd base and has droned up to 51 drones. So TLO is going to have a magnificent economy behind all of this. He's done a really good job. It's just sort of posturing outside his opponent's natural base to try and, you know, see if he can soak up some of these Banes, maybe force IchoBicho to make a couple of incorrect choices when it comes to his units. But IchoBicho, sitting contently, is building up his +1 to weapons and armor for his roaches, has roach speed on the way, and we'll see if TLO is going to be able to deal with this. I would say he's going to be, because TLO also has 12 roaches on the way, +1 to missile weapons, and his roach speed now researching. So TLO is going to be in a pretty comfortable position. He just needs to be safe for probably the next minute or two while his roach speed comes online. So IchoBicho is going to try and take his 3rd base now as well. Yeah, actually, looks relatively similar, as Plecto88 points out. It is similar to the previous game where they have tried to go for similar builds, but they've kind of switched it around. So TLO is going to have, he is going to have some upgrade, his +1 upgrades done by the time the roaches make it across, but IchoBicho is going to have his own 1-1 ready to go as soon as he arrives, and in fact roach speed is about to kick in for him. So nice timing of all of these upgrades here from IchoBicho. This is all going to factor in nice and smooth. So roach speed activates, +1 is going to activate during this battle. Has he sniped down that queen? Oh, very unfortunate for Icho. The queen gets away, and now we have a bit of a roach battle here just outside TLO's 3rd base. It is currently 24 to 18 roaches. TLO is in the lead, but he does have a bit of an upgrade deficit, just a +1 carapace. But TLO is actually just going to go straight at Icho here, blocking off the roaches from retreating down the ramp. That was wonderful play there from TLO. And with that, like Kaiser Soze, he's gone. So game number 2 goes the way of TLO. Unfortunately for IchoBicho, trying to pull out the old the roach bus strategy there, doing a pretty decent job, but just a little bit late. TLO playing a very sort of a little bit of mind games there with his posturing outside his opponent's natural base with lings and banes and those kinds of things. So TLO takes a very quick 2-0 victory here. It's been the theme of the day has been 2-0 for the most part. I think I've only casted one